Hi guys, welcome back to my channel with my big fluffy blankie in the back. I don't know when's the last time this has been washed, but it smells okay. This is like my everything, my everything. So whatever, my bed's kind of made. This is my backdrop. It's just a blanket because I don't have a backdrop. It's all good. So, there we go. So this video is about, as you can see from the title, I don't even know what the title of this is. I'm already speaking for the future. Let's see. Well, I really want to explain and tell everybody my situation about my job and what happened on November 24th of 2017, last year. Okay, so here comes the story. So I was working at the airport for 2.5 years, almost 3. And I started out as a cashier, so in like the food court area. So I wasn't for an airline. Don't think I'm that cool. I was in the food and beverage area, and so yeah, cashier. So there's like chips, drinks, snacks, and then you just come up to me and I ring them up for you. Okay, so then I was doing that for maybe a year. So I was cashier for a year. Busted my butt, worked really hard, and then they asked me if I wanted to be a barista. So I was like, yeah, okay, barista. Don't know how to do coffee, don't know how to make coffee. I don't like coffee, but I like water and tea. So I became a barista. I love it, loved it, past tense, present tense. And I met a bunch of cool people there. My coworkers were amazing. Some of them sucked, but I've developed good friendships. And I met some famous people too. Met some really positive people too who weren't famous, but just really positive people. And it's just like a really fast-paced environment. You know, it's 500 people within the hour, over 2,000 people a day. It's very draining. So 2.5 years of my life there was a lot. It did take a lot out of me. I gave up family holidays, parties, like family parties, gave up certain like things for the job, and I busted my butt. I am a really hard worker. If you don't know me, you know that I love to work. Yeah, I'm lazy and I love to sleep, but I like to work. I like to be involved with people. I like to clean. I like to make sure my work environment's clean. I would even go behind the freaking refrigerators and sweep behind the refrigerators. And all my coworkers are like, I don't get paid enough to do that. And in my head, I'm just like, it's your job. Just do it. Like, we just have different mindsets, some people and I. But I was a really hard worker. Still am. And I would hook people up. I would, give them, free things, not like obnoxiously, like, yeah, free things, hey, free things. I'd hook people up, like, they'd be like, what do you want? I'll get you something. I worked for a multi-million, billion-dollar company. I'm pretty sure they could sacrifice a muffin or a cookie or a drink. It's from the heart. It's not like I'm a thief. Like I'm gonna give you this and hook you up. It wasn't even like that. And my boyfriend worked at the airport. He still does. Hi, boo. Hi. But he actually works for the airline, so he's cute out there. Like, I get to see him outside the window, and I'm all creeping and staring, and they're like, Jackie, what are you looking at? And I'm like, nothing. So I'd make him drinks. I'd give him a drink. Things like that. Or I'd cook up my coworkers. I'd make them cool things because we'd have to pay for freaking syrups and sauces, like the chocolate sauce and the caramel sauce. We'd have to pay for that. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? We should get stuff for free. Like, we deal with so much crap every day. I'm pretty sure you can spare this for us. And so okay, and so airport, 2.5 years, one of the best employees. I am like holla. And so at the airport for our company, because we work in the food and beverage area, us as employees, we would get a free Okay. Hello. I don't know who that was. Okay, so us in the employees for the food beverage area, we would get a free meal every day, and the free meal would be $14. So you can get anything. You can get a free meal for $14. You can get like a cheeseburger. You can get Greek food. You can get some yogurt. You can get like a bunch of things. You can get a coffee drink. You could put a cookie on the meal. It doesn't matter what it was. You could put it on your free employee meal, and the company pays for it. You don't have to pay for anything. Okay, so I 2.5 years working strong, working hard, and a little girl comes up, or she walks by, and she has a crown on her head, and it says my 6th birthday, or today I'm 6, or something like that, where mentioned it was her birthday. And she was a little girl, come on. And mind you, we had just got new management, so things were like a little rocky. There wasn't built relationships yet. We didn't really know how to feel about these new managers. Like all of the OG managers were gone. So then we had these new managers, and they were all women. So girl, we had women on top of women on top of women. So we were just like women empowerment. There was just so many estrogen levels all over the place. Okay, so we had new management, and so the little girl walks by, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna hook her up with a muffin. Because in the coffee section, we had sweet things, and then we had coffee. So we had muffins, like a bunch of pastries. There's an airplane going by. I don't know if you can hear it. Because sometimes when I talk the airplane, you can hear it. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to give her a muffin. Who cares? Like, whatever. So then I was like, hey, like, do you want to get a muffin for your birthday? Like, do you want to get anything? And the mom, like, she looked at the mom like, can I? And the mom was like, the mom looked at me, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, come over here. Like, and so the little girl picked a chocolate muffin. Cute. And meanwhile, while this is happening in the food area, like the food court sitting area, like you can see us, was like the new HR lady. But she wasn't my manager. She was just like behind the scenes, whatever. I didn't even know her that well. So I guess she was watching the whole time. Weird. Spy. Narc. Just kidding. Am I? So she was watching the whole time, okay? So meanwhile, she's watching. So me and the little girl, the mom's like, oh my gosh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Like, thank you so much. Like, they really appreciated it. And it was just like a nice thing. It wasn't like me trying to get points, me trying to look cool. Like, it's just what I do. It was just something nice I wanted to do. Like, I want to make people happy and want to, because when you're at the airport, you see so many negative people that you just want to be a light and you just want to be positive. So in that moment, I was positive, and the mother thanked me, and the daughter was super happy. So in that moment, I feel okay. Like, I don't feel guilty or bad. And then maybe a few minutes later, the lady, the HR lady, I forgot her name, she walks up to me, fake. She was like, little do I know now, but she was like, she's like, hey, what did you just do? And I was like, oh, it was like this little girl's birthday, like my dumbass. I was like, oh, it was her birthday, I gave her a muffin. And then I kind of slid it in, like, I'm going to pay for it, And then the lady was like, oh, okay. But I mentioned that I was going to pay for it. The lady was like, oh, okay. And then, so that happened. That was like, maybe let's just say early afternoon. And then evening, my manager, which is a new manager, she comes up to me. She's like, hey, can I take you to the back real quick and talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And then she was like, did you give away free cake today? And I was like, cake? Like, in my head, I'm a dumbass. And I was like, no, I didn't give away free cake. She's like, did you give away some pastry today? And I was like, oh, yeah, I gave a muffin to a little girl. But I'm going to pay for it. I haven't paid for it yet, but I'm going to. She's just like, oh, okay, well, can you write down a statement of what you did? And then when you pay for it, can you staple the receipt to the paper? And I was like, for sure, no problem. Like, I'll go do it right now. I had a good attitude. I was just like, whatever. So then I go to the bartender, because that's where you pay for your, he types it in for you, for the free employee meal, and like he's in charge of it. So I went to him and I was like, hey, can you put a cookie down? And can you put a muffin down? He's like, that's it? And I was like, that's it. Like, that's my meal, because I don't really eat at the airport, or ate something else that day or something. Excuse me. Okay, so I get my receipt, I go to the back, and I staple it. And on the receipt, it says muffin and cookie, food and beverage, associate meal. That's it, something like that. So I didn't pay for it. Like, I personally didn't pay for it. So the company paid for it. And so The next day, my head manager was like, just gave me like a verbal warning. She's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, we don't do that. Like, you have to pay for it next time. Like, my money. You can't do that. Or something like that. Like, she just verbally said, like, you can't do that. And I was like, okay, no problem. I'll pay for it with my own money next time. Okay? That was it. Never, never did it again. Never gave somebody something, and then never, put it on employee meal. Like, didn't do it again. Okay? So, to the point where, like, I need to get terminated. So that was my verbal warning. We did that thing the day before, whatever. Okay, so then my manager was like, you can't do that. I said, okay, next, whatever. So then maybe a week later, I go to work. And I'm about to go on my like 10-minute break, and I was just gonna make some food, and I didn't pay for it. Because we always hooked each other up. Like, if at a certain food station, they were like, yeah, go ahead, make it real quick. Like, whatever, we don't mind. And it's just boom, boom, real quick. So then I'm about to I have this 5-course meal. I have grilled chicken, salad, pita bread, something else, like a big meal. I was so hungry. And then my shift lead was like, hey, Jackie, like, they want to talk to you in the back real quick. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I put my meal down. Didn't even get to eat it. So I put it down. And then the under manager, so there's like 3. So the lower one, or whatever, middle one, whatever she was, she's just like, she had a piece of paper, and she's all bubbly and freaking annoying. She's like, oh my God. Sorry if you're watching this. It's true, you talk like that. So, she's reading me this paper. She's reading me a paper. And I'm standing there, okay? I'm standing. My shift lead's behind me. My shift lead didn't even know what was happening. So then the lady's standing right there with me. Let me pause it real quick. I need to do something real quick. Hold up. Time up. The video's gonna stop anyways. Okay. Back. Okay. So she's reading me the paper. And she doesn't even, like, tell me what she's reading about, like, why I'm in the office. She's just like, okay. So then she starts reading, and I'm just like kind of daydreaming. I'm not even like paying attention to her. There we go. I'm not even like really paying attention to her. And then she says, Jackie was being back in 2015 or whatever date it was, 2016, 15. Jackie was being investigated for giving away a free drink to a TSA member. So then when I heard investigating and free drink, and then I was just like, then I tuned in, because I was just like, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, okay, what? Investigate. Okay, CIA. Okay, investigating for giving away a free drink. And then she read the statement that happened the week before, which was the muffin situation. And she was like, on November something, Jackie gave away a muffin, and then said that the whole statement, then said she would pay for it, went to the bartender and put it on the employee meal and stapled it to the receipt and did not really pay for it. Something like that. And then she really, and then at the end of the thing she was like, so this leads to termination. And I was like, termination? Like, I was like, are you serious? And she was just like, yeah. And then I was like, I was so, like, even, like, trying to remember it, I don't really remember it, because I was just, like, whoosh, like, tunnel mode. Like, it was just, like, what? Are you serious? Like, it threw me off guard. And, like, I was so hurt and pissed off. Like, I wasn't trying to cry, because I was just, like, well, F this job anyways, and F you. But, like, when you're hurt and, like, rejected and, like, caught off guard, like, I started to tear up, and I started to get really emotional. Because this was my only job. This is where I made my income. This is where I made my tips. This is where I made my living. This is where, you know, I have a backup. And so I was like, is there a way, like, we can do that? Like, what? And she's just like, no, I'm sorry. Like, this is from corporate. This isn't from us. And I was like, what the bleep, 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 bleep. And I was just so confused. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? People show up 2 to 3 hours late for work. People come so faded to work. People don't even do their own job. Some people hide and don't even come to work. Like, they go hide in the back and, like, for 30 minutes, and then they'll come back. You know, like, just little things. And I was like, are you serious? Like, not to boast, but, like, I'm a really hard worker, and I love what I do, and I have a really great attitude. I have one of the best customer service attitudes here. Everybody else is young, immature, and doesn't know how to freaking speak. And so I was just so confused. I was like, hold up. I just spilled water all over my sock. And I was so hurt, and I just started crying. Not hysterically, I was just like, I guess that's hysterically, but whatever. And I was like, just give me a minute, just give me a minute. Like, I was just like, what's happening? Like, after this moment, like, I don't have a job. Like, what the heck am I gonna do? Then I started getting scared. And I'm in the office still. So I'm still at the airport. And then the manager's like, okay, like, this is the paper, can you sign it? And I was like crying. I couldn't even freaking see the paper. I didn't even know what I was reading. And then I just signed. And then my parents were like, why'd you sign? And I'm like, I don't know. The moment was intense. So I signed the paper. I took a moment to like just breathe and just chill. I was just like, damn, like, this is it. Like, I had wanted to leave the airport in general. Like, I had wanted to leave this job, but I wasn't going to leave the job until I found something. So, and I remember like months before, I was just in the car praying, screaming to God. I was just like, I'm ready for change. Like, I need change. I don't want to be here. I want change. Because I don't even like the company in general. Like, I don't even like the atmosphere. Like, it's draining. It's intense. So I was just like, I want change. Okay, so then God's like, okay, girl, don't worry, change is around the corner. And so I'm in the office, and I'm just like, I asked for change, didn't I? Excuse me. So then I kind of get myself together a little bit. And so then the manager had to escort me out. But we had to go to the coffee station because my backpack, my skateboard, my shoes, like, everything was there. So then she didn't even let me get it. I was like, I'll get it. She's like, no, I'll get it. And I was like, okay. So she got my backpack, she got my shoes, and everyone was like working, and like I was kind of just like looking at everybody, and I was just kind of crying, not like hysterical, but just like, people were working, And then I look at my homie Josh, and my Josh was like he's so cute. He was just like, and I was just like, he kind of looked at me, and I was like, I got fired. Like, I whispered, I got fired, and he didn't really understand it, and then he kind of understood it. And then, so then that was that. And it was so sad because I couldn't even, like, say bye to everybody. Like, I had established relationships, but it's the type of relationships where it's just at work and not outside of work. And some people weren't even there that I didn't even get to say bye to. I still haven't said bye to some people. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long time, but I miss you guys. I love you guys. Okay, so I have my backpack and I have my shoes or something. And we're walking through the terminal, and then we get almost halfway to the exit gate. And then I was like, ooh, I forgot my skateboard. And then we had to, like, it was already an awkward walk there, and I was like, I forgot my skateboard. So we had to do it, we had to turn around, and then we had to go back to the airport again, and, like, she got my skateboard for me, so we had to do another awkward walk back. So we did awkward walk, I forgot my skateboard, awkward walk back, got the skateboard, awkward walk back. It was just awkward. And then she was cool. She's just like, hey, I know you're a good worker, and, I'm sorry this had to happen, but, like, if you need another job or something like that, then just, let me know. And I hugged her, and I was just like, thank you. I was just all over the place. Like, who knows if she really meant it or not. And then, I'm just crying. I'm, like, bawling my eyes out because, like, I didn't know this was gonna happen. And, like I said, I didn't even know it. Like, I was just anxiety to the max because, like, what does the future hold? I have no more job. Like, I'm embarrassed. I just got fired for giving away a muffin to a little girl for her birthday. I'm a hard worker. Like, just everything was just like, what the heck? So then I get to my car, and it's a long walk because we have to park all the way at the end. So I'm walking, and I get to my car, and, like, the first person I call is my boyfriend, and I was just like, he answered, he was off that day. And I had called them, and I started crying, and because I was so embarrassed. Like, it's not even like, oh, I got 3 write-ups and, like, it's my time to go, or it wasn't like anything bad, or, like, in my eyes. And then I started crying, and I was like, I just got fired. And then he was just like, what? Why? And I was just like, because I gave away a muffin, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, what? But he was just so positive about it. He's like, it's gonna be okay, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just crying because I'm so embarrassed. Like, it sounds like a fake reason to get fired. Like, it sounds like I'm covering something up. Like, I got fired for giving away a muffin. Like, no, it's really the truth. And so then I honestly forgot what I did after. I think I came home, or I went to my family's house to tell them. I honestly forgot because like everything was just a blur and I think I blocked it out, honestly. Oh, and then another thing that hurt me too when they were like, when she was reading the thing, she was just like, so it's theft. And I was like, hold up, hold up. Don't call me a thief because I'm not a fucking thief, okay? I'm not a thief, that's for damn sure. I pay for my things at the airport. I used to steal in the beginning, I used to take things home. But then my corazon said no, okay? So I do pay for things, yes. So don't call me a thief, that's what hurt me too. And then like to have it just be on the back of my head to, you know, like, oh, if I try to get another job, like it says I'm terminated, like I'm a thief, like I'm a theft, I'm a thief, I'm a theft, I'm a thief. So that really hurt me. Um, and then this is where the blessing comes in. Yeah. Okay, so what happened was I came home. I don't remember. So then I have an Indeed work job account. So like instead of Craigslist, there's a website called Indeed, if you don't know what Indeed is. And I looked through that all the time. And even before when I was at the airport, always looked at it. So somehow like I just went on it. And so I got fired. So Thanksgiving's the 23rd. I got fired the day after Thanksgiving. So then Thursday, so Friday, something happened. That Friday I got fired. Okay, so Saturday I was on Indeed or something. And then there was a job listing and it was like a barista for a coffee shop. And I put my resume real quick and I was just like, whatever, Long Beach, like I can do this, like, okay. So then the manager replies and he's just like, hey, like, I know this is last minute, but can you come for an interview on Monday? And I was like, yes, 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 yes. Like, get me to this interview. Like, I need a job ASAP. Like, I need to make money. I need to have a job because if I can't find anything in a certain amount of time, like, you know, like, I mean, I have my family to help me, but my family has so many things as is. I live with my grandma. She's retired. Like, it's not enough money to, like, help me, you know? And so, so I went to the interview 2 days later, and I got the job. So I'm still there. I'm still there currently. And it's an okay job. It's not the best, but I'm so thankful, you know? There is, whatever you believe in, you know, destiny, karma, the universe, God, a certain God, God's with plural S. You know, when like that feeling when a blessing just comes your way and it's destiny and you know that it's meant to be, and something is holding your hand the whole way and you can just feel it. That's what's been happening this past season. And it's been a really rough season because at the airport I made a lot of money and my dumbass didn't save any of it. And so coming into this job, I got my last paycheck from the airport, but I didn't know I was gonna get fired, so I didn't have that much money in my bank account, and I had to wait another 2 weeks from that paycheck from the airport, and then I had this new job where I had to wait another 2 weeks for that paycheck, so there was like a good 2 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks doesn't seem like a long time, but when you need money and food and all that, and gas and everything, like, it feels like a long time. So in the beginning of this 2018 year, I was really struggling. Not really struggling, because I mean, I have blessings, like I have things, but in my world, I was struggling. And it was like a really crunch, hard beginning of the year. And just to see how strong I am, and to stay positive. I mean, there was times where I break down. I broke down like 3 weeks ago. Things like that, you know. But this job is a blessing, and I'm so thankful for it. And if it wasn't for this job that I have now, then I wouldn't have had the motivation to go to college. So I want to go to college to become a sign language interpreter or to be certified in sign language. Because if you don't know me, in high school I took sign language for 3 years. And it was like the one class that I fell in love with, and the one subject that I fell in love with, and the one subject that I got an A all on my own without copying, because in high school I'd copy everybody. You know, I wouldn't do the homework, and the next day I'm like, hey, let me copy real quick. So I didn't really learn anything. So when I took sign language, I really felt I feel called to do it, you know, and there's like the flesh in me where like I get lazy and I'm like, I don't want to do it, or I don't want to go to school, or just brush it off. And there have been many times when God has brought in deaf people into my life and I can communicate with them, and then I'm like, this is why I need to do this, but then I throw it off. So I've actually made moves to go to school. So today is Tuesday, the 27th, and I just took my assessment test at Golden West. I had to take the hugest poop. Oh my god. I took the math test and I was good. And then I was like, yeah, there's a poop coming, like I can hold it. But then towards the end of the math test, I was like, this is ready to exit. This is ready to exit. So then I started to take the English test, and then I was reading the questions, and I was like, poop, 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 poop. I could not focus. I had to poop so bad. So I was like, time out. That was funny. So I didn't do that well in the math category, which is okay because math is hard, and I haven't been in high school for 4+ years, and then I didn't have high school or math for 2 years, so I only took 2 years of math in high school. So it's been a long time since I haven't done math, and I've been practicing, but it's still hard. So I didn't do that well in math. English I did well. And so I need to see a counselor, and I should start in August and take a few pre-classes for this certain category, sign language, and then by next year I should be starting my semester. And I'm so excited. This is just something that I want to do because I know if I don't go to school, then I'm going to keep getting these shitty jobs. And it took me a while to realize it, because in my mind I was like, dude, I don't want to go to school. I hate school. Loathe school. And I think it's also just a personal thing from high school where I hate school, so maybe this will be a whole new experience because I'm a different person than I was in high school. But it took me this job to realize it. And I know it's going to be a new journey and change, and my schedule is going to be all over, and I might not have time for certain things that I do now, and I think that's scary too. But I tell my boyfriend, what's life without change and risks, because I don't want to be in the same spot. And so my main goal in the future is to help to help hearing parents learn sign language when they have a deaf kid. Because it's intimidating to learn sign language. You think it's super hard, or then if you're a parent and then you're scared that you have this deaf child, what are you going to do? Because there are options when you have a deaf child. You can get a cochlear implant, you can make them voice, you can make them read lips, you can learn sign language. There's many things, but if the parents are busy and they don't have time to learn, or if they want to just go the hearing, the surgery route, maybe they think that's easier for their child, excuse me. But I think that sign language is beautiful, and I want to be, I think I'm a great teacher because I'm goofy and I'm weird and I'm relatable, that I can help people learn in a certain fun way. And there's some cool gigs that you can get with it, and I just want to be able to be myself as well. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this journey goes. But I've been practicing. I'm still really well at reading signs and sentences and watching other people sign. I study a lot, and I've been getting in contact with my old deaf friends from high school, and I'm excited. I'm really scared, but I'm excited, and just this message is about positivity. This message is truth of what really happened and why I got terminated from the airport. And it's just about si se puede, that I can do it, and just continuing to just move forward, and that this is my life and I want to choose where to go and not let other people dictate my life or be negative of what I do and what I'm doing. And so I do want to make my parents proud. I do want to be able to, in the future, help and provide for them. And when they're gone, I want to be able to help and provide for myself, because my parents do still do a lot for me, which I'm humble and thankful for. And if they were to pass, I need to be able to be on my own. And I need to be able to, I take care of myself now and I pay for everything on my own. But there's still little things that they do to help me. And like I said, if they were to pass, I need to be able to be strong and stand on my feet and have a career and be able to take care of myself and my future family. And so I don't want to start a family yet until I have that degree or I have something in the back pocket. Because like I said, if I don't, then I'm just going to get all these other shitty jobs. No offense, because like we all have to go through these shitty jobs to understand what we want. Like that's how society works and that's how the circle works. So it's okay with what I'm doing. It's okay with what you're doing if you're, you know, doing minimum wage jobs. It's okay. But just know that you are the best you can be. And we have the ability to be the best us we can be. If that made sense, in my head it did, so I hope you understood that. And we can do this, guys. We're gonna do good. It's not about being rich, and it's not about money. I mean, a little bit of it is, but the whole goal isn't. And I want to be able to make my own money and be successful and help people at the same time. And so that's my goal. And it all happened because I got terminated for giving a muffin away. Yeah. So we'll see how this new chapter goes. We'll see what goes on. I'm forever grateful for my journey in my life, from where it all started. And I'm just thankful for everyone who's been along my journey and who's stuck by me the whole way. New people that have come along, welcome. You know I'm one weird person. So that pretty much sums the video up, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is something different, being vulnerable and like actually talking about it on camera and then having other people see. And so whatever you're going through right now, if you don't like your financial situation, you know, just confess out loud what you want. Confess, you know, to what you believe in and who your strength comes from. You know, because it will happen. Once you confess with your mouth and like let it out, it's gonna happen, and you'll bring the energy towards you. And if we're gonna work hard, if you're gonna work hard, and it's gonna come to you. So don't give up. I'm not gonna give up. I haven't given up. It's a beautiful day. Today's so beautiful. I'm gonna get that Tuesday core workout in today, but I'm gonna relax for a little bit. Ooh, girl, that was good. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for your support and your love. And if there's anything that you really want to see me do, like any type of videos, just please ask. I'm here to have a great time, but also keep it real and bring positivity and joy to you guys. So I love you so much, and have a great Tuesday. Peace. Peace. It sounded weird. Peace.